Hey guys, what's up? Kalen here and welcome back to another video on the channel. As you guys can see, we're an ultimate team and today I'm going to be reviewing 89 rated Foot Fantasy Heroes, Dirk Kuyt. So heading into the player bio, he's 6 foot tall, high work rate, right footed primarily with 4-star skills and a 3-star weak foot, coming in at around 700 to 730k. His price is fluctuating quite a bit right now. Heading into the player details, he can start at right mid, center mid and cam. He's a hero, of course, the Eredivisie League, and this card is for his time at Feyenoord. When it comes down to the attribute details, the pace on the card I think is more than good enough to play him as centre mid and cam, which is where I'm going to be playing him for majority of this video, but I will try him out at right forward as well. Moving on to the shooting, I've given him the finisher cam style, so attack positioning and finishing is maxed out. Shot power goes up to 94, long shot stays the same, volleys up to 96 and penalties up to 97. Finishing on the card doesn't need a boost in my opinion. 90 vision, 83 crossing, 89 short pass, 84 long pass is definitely more than good enough. Dribbling on the card is sensational, 95 agility with 79 balance, which is probably the worst part of the dribbling, which isn't even that bad. Reactions at 94, ball control at 91, maxed out dribbling and 93 composure. Looking at the defending, he's got 73 interceptions along with 87 heading accuracy, 79 defensive awareness, and the stand tackle and slide tackle isn't too bad either. When it comes down to the physicality, he's got 84 jumping with 92 stamina, 81 strength and 86 aggression. This card, like I said, is for his time at Feyenoord, so if they go 6 games unbeaten and win one of those 6 games from the 17th of March in the league, this card will get a +2. So, with that being said, I have already mentioned where I'm going to be playing this card, so without further ado, let's get straight into the gameplay highlights with 89 rated Foot Fantasy Heroes, Dirk Kuyt. So straight off the bat here, Fernando Torres gets it into him, good 1-2 between himself and Harvey Elliott takes the touch, puts that into the box to the legs of Van Dijk, and Balogun is there at the end of it to tuck it away. But honestly, to the legs of Van Dijk, much like Valverde in the Champions League final, that pains me to say it because I am a Liverpool supporter. But anyway, Dirk Kuyt with a great pass there to the legs of Van Dijk. That is not easy at all, and we do end up scoring. Moving on to the next clip, Dirk Kuyt gets it into Fernando Torres and he continues his run. Great pass, he knocks it down to Torres again and Torres smashes it into the back of the net. Great finish from Fernando Torres, but Dirk Kuyt with a very accurate header to get the ball into him in the first place. Moving on to the next match of this video, Harvey Elliott finds Fernando Torres and they try to return that pass back to Harvey Elliott. Kuyt just comes out of nowhere, that shot gets blocked, but we do end up scoring the rebound. Great finish. But like I said, all that possible because of that work ethic from Dirk Kuyt. Can see that Harvey Elliott is a bit slow to get to the ball, so he just runs and takes it from him. Anyway, here Dirk Kuyt, another brilliant header in the background, an overthrow header, very weird, never seen that before. But anyway, great header nonetheless. I think I haven't seen it because not many people can do it. But here, showing the heading on the card again, jumps up, knocks it down. Makelele with a beautiful pass in behind for Fernando Torres, who tucks it away. Great run, great pass and a great finish, but all that possible because of that pass from Dirk Kuyt just to knock it down to Claude Makelele. Moving on then to the next clip, Dirk Kuyt couldn't make that pass through, but 2 seconds later he gets to that pass, holds off Van Dijk and Van der Beek and sprints past Ramos while holding him off and smashes it into the back of the net. Great display of physicality and strength to hold off the defenders, and then a great finish at the end of it. Keeps it cool and places it, actually smashes it into the bottom corner. Very similar goal here, unfortunately, not unfortunately, but not really needing to use the physicality there, just using that speed, running in behind, and the finish is even more into the bottom corner than the last one. Just rolled in past the goalkeeper and we do end up scoring. Speaking of good finishes, this one into the top corner, much the opposite of the last finish from the penalty spot. Thumped into the top corner, keeper stands absolutely no chance. It's got 97 penalties and it clearly shows. But here showcasing the defensive ability on this card, wins that ball back well from James Milner. Fernando Torres gets it into Balogun, who's through on goal, and a green timed finish just to make sure we end up scoring. But once more, all that possible because of Dirk Kuyt does very well at the centre mid position just to win that ball back, and we do end up scoring. Here again, a good showcase of the speed on the card, but unfortunately we get taken out before I could sweat it across goal, but we do end up scoring from a penalty anyway. Here, Torres gets that in behind. Can Dirk Kuyt get onto that? Yes, he can. Puts Fofana onto the ground, and the finish is spectacular. Dinked beautifully over the goalkeeper, and we do end up scoring. Fantastic finish from Dirk Kuyt, and honestly, great showcase once more of physicality and speed to get the header for Fofana, puts him onto the ground, and we do end up scoring. Here, Torres knocks it down to Balogun. Kuyt runs in behind on the other side, Gets that into Dirk Kuyt. Can he get around from TT? Yes he can. I'm going to go for the finesse shot because I'm not really trusting in that weak foot just as yet, but still a great finish from him, and we do end up scoring to further our lead in this match. Moving on to the next clip, we have a free kick. Kuyt has 54 free kick accuracy, but I'm going to take it with him anyway. Goes for goal, and he scores. Honestly, I'm very surprised that he scored that. Did not expect that at all, to be honest with you. But regardless, a great finish from Dirk Kuyt, just smashes it past the goalkeeper. What a free kick that is. Honestly, keeper should be saving that, I'm not going to lie, but I'm not going to complain. We're going to take that goal and we are going to move on to the next clip. Makaleli gets it into Dirk Kuyt again in that cam position, doesn't make that pass. Fofana with the interception, but Kuyt just gets to it, wins it back, gets away from 1, 2, and 3. Brilliant running, great speed, and he smashes it in on the 4-star weak foot. Great finish. Honestly, 3-star weak foot. That's why I wasn't really too happy with shooting on the left foot, but I decided, you know what, we've run all this way, why not just try it out, and we do end up scoring. But moving on to the last clip of this video, another goal on the left foot, even better than the last. Honestly, just takes a touch and on the 3-star weak foot dinks it over the goalkeeper, and we do end up scoring a spectacular goal to cap off this video. So guys, with that being said, it is time to review the card, and I used him in Weekend League and Weekend League only, and he did turn my entire Weekend League around. I was, I think, 3-7, ended up finishing rank 6, which I think is 9 wins, so I ended up going 9-10, which is honestly not too bad. But as you can see from the goal returns on this card, 9 games, 8 goals, and 2 assists is definitely more than good enough. Honestly, from the cam and centre mid position, that is some pretty good goal contributions. Now, when it comes down to the attribute details, the pace on the card is more than good enough. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. He's very fast, as you guys have clearly seen throughout this video. When it comes down to the shooting, it is sensational. The finishing is spectacular. It is maxed out, and you can feel that in game. So finishing, in my opinion, does get a, looking at finishing specifically, a 10 out of 10. But shooting as a whole, I'm going to go ahead and give him a 9.3 out of 10. I do think the shooting is spectacular. Passing gets an 8.7, it's pretty solid. Crossing is good. Short passing is very good. He can very easily make those short passes. And if you take his heading accuracy into consideration on the passes as well, it is very useful. So passing gets an 8.7. Dribbling, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. In and out of tight spaces, he's not the best player, but he has this brilliant ability to drive past players with the ball at his feet. If they come near him, just takes a quick touch around him and carries on going. So dribbling in that situation is sensational, and he can wriggle out of tight spaces if you really need him to, but all in all, he's not going to be that type of player. But anyway, when it comes down to the dribbling, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. Defending, 7.5, pretty solid. He can definitely play at centre mid and as a secondary CDM if you need him to. Physicality is sensational. I'm going to give him an 8.7 out of 10 as well. Can last the full 90. Jumping is pretty good. He wins headers easily. Strength is very good, and the aggression is more than good enough to hold off players as well. So physical gets an 8.7 out of 10. Best position does depend on you. He can play at right forward, he can play at right mid, right attacking mid, cam, centre mid, and even CDM. And the cam style obviously does depend on where you are playing him. So at CDM and centre mid, I recommend the shadow cam style. If you're playing him at cam, the finisher or the deadeye cam style. Striker, the hunter cam style, and so on and so forth. When it comes down to the price on the card, the big question, is he worth 720,000 coins? Yes, I'm going to say yes, he is worth the coins. Genuinely, this guy is sensational, very versatile card, very good, useful card as well. So I do genuinely think he is worth the coins. He can play in many different positions. If this card has Liverpool links, the Premier League Liverpool links, I do think this card would have been at least about 1.2 to 1.3 million coins. That is how good this card is, and I genuinely think that this card is sensational. I do 100% recommend him for your team, and he's guaranteed basically to get a +2, taking him up, well, sorry, about the Liverpool thing, I don't think about 1.3 million, but he would have been over 1 million. Anyway, like I'm saying, he plays for fair, like this card is for fair notes, so they should get the +2. This card should go up to 91 rated, and then he will be even better. But I will let you guys know when he gets the +2. Obviously, I will review him as well, just to let you guys know if he is worth the coins. So, with that being said, I do bring it into the video. If you like this video, smash a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until then, guys, stay tuned for the next one. Peace.